Welcome to Fraser 365. Over the next several days, we're going to be hearing from some of our mission partners about how they heard their call into mission work and what they're doing today. We hope, as you listen to each day, that you'll be asking God to reveal where He may be calling you to work in ministry and mission. Today's story is from Beth as she answers the question, how were you called into mission work?
My first time to serve internationally was on a high school trip with Fraser, where we went to Liverpool, England. And while culturally and language-wise there are not a lot of differences, it was a chance to see another part of the world. And the Lord really used it to start to open my eyes to how He's working all over the world, and to begin to plant some seeds in my heart for serving overseas. We would do some street drama. We went and shared in a school, some vacation Bible schools, at some church youth groups, and just out in the community. And I can juggle, so I would start juggling and attract people's attention, and then we would get started with our program or be able to start conversations with people and be able to share about Jesus. This was a way for me to see that the Lord can use even juggling to open doors and opportunities for us to share about Him. It allowed me to see how He uses different ways to reach out to different people and how He gives us different skills and talents and interest that He can use to further His kingdom. The Father continued to work in my heart as I went to college. At the beginning of my sophomore year of college, I got together with a friend and we were sharing about our summers. I had worked at a Christian camp, and she had gone to a distant Asian country that is restricted, and there's limited access to Bibles and churches and the gospel. My college friend was telling me about a friend that she made that summer that asked her, "What is Jesus?" Not who is Jesus, but what is Jesus? Because her friend had never heard. She didn't know His name. She didn't know who He was. And while I knew that there were unreached people groups in the world, this story really made an impact on me. The Lord really used it to continue to grow my heart for the world and started to lay this certain people group on my heart. I was able to go to that country for 2 different summers when I was in college with the same campus ministry, and saw the Lord work in my life in amazing ways, as well as working in the lives of the college students that I met, and gave me a firsthand experience of meeting with people that have never heard His name and had not had access to Bibles or to hearing about His good news. The Lord really used those trips and the conversation with my friend and many other messages that I heard about going and sharing the gospel overseas. And each time I would hear a message like that, I always heard the Father saying, "Go, I'm sending you." I continued to pray and look for opportunities, and when I graduated from physical therapy school, I had 2 different opportunities to go on a short-term basis, once for 2 weeks and once for 4 months. It was the first time that I had an opportunity to go as a physical therapist and use my physical therapy skills to share the Father's love and to help people that have less access to physical therapy and that don't have as many resources. And it was a chance for the Father to remind me of how He works in so many different ways to open doors, to build His kingdom, and how He can use us in so many different ways. And it led to long-term service that started almost 16 years ago.